What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including more details emerge on Vince McMahon's resignation. Is Stephanie McMahon coming back to WWE? Huge Brock Lesnar plan scrapped? Why Hulk Hogan didn't appear at the Royal Rumble? Pat McAfee didn't even know he was supposed to be in the Rumble, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now first story looks at more details emerge on Vince McMahon's resignation. Atop of today's news is a report on Vince McMahon's resignation on 26 January. McMahon resigned from TKO, leading to the questions why, especially as he denied the shocking allegations made against him from the lawsuit filed by former WWE employee Janelle Grant. PW insiders reported that the pressure from advertisers may have led to the sudden resignation. McMahon likely would have dug in and refused to walk away from his TKO Board of Directors executive chairman position. But once Slim Jim, who holds the largest sponsorship deal in WWE history, was willing to cut their losses and pause their WWE relationship, it was just a matter of time before other advertisers and sponsors followed suit, and that was it for McMahon. The current belief is that TKO Board of Directors would have taken action to force McMahon out if he refused to step down. There's no word on whether TKO made it worth McMahon's while to step away rather than be voted out. Whatever the case, McMahon's resignation paid off immediately for TKO as Slim Jim immediately renewed its business deal with the WWE. But is Stephanie McMahon coming back now? Another rumor that's been brewing is whether Stephanie McMahon will return to WWE now that her father is out of TKO Holdings. Stephanie worked as the WWE's co-CEO after Vince McMahon retired in 2022. However, Stephanie resigned shortly after McMahon's return in December 2022, but now PW Insider is reporting there was some in the company on Friday evening hoping that Vince's exit opens the door for Stephanie McMahon to return, although others we spoke to cautioned that it's not the same company that existed internally before Endeavor took over ownership, so how much she potentially fit back in would not be immediately known, nor would it be known if she's even interested in returning at this point. PW Insider noted that Stephanie has her supporters in WWE. WWE President Nick Khan has always publicly stated the company would love to have Stephanie back, and among the employees, she's just much missed and respected, but post-sale it's a different world there. Would you want Stephanie to come back to WWE? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Ronda Rousey wants this person gone from WWE. Now, how does former WWE superstar Ronda Rousey feel about Vince McMahon's resignation from TKO Holdings? The baddest woman on the planet recently tweeted, "Bruce Pritchard is basically Vince's avatar. If he's still around, Vince still has a hand in the business. Vince was still running things through Bruce when he was quote-unquote gone before." As we reported over the weekend, rumor has that anyone connected to Vince McMahon could find themselves out of work. The belief is that TKO management wants to avoid any appearance of the old regime still holding power, even if they had nothing to do with the allegations made against McMahon. Given Bruce Pritchard's status as one of Vince McMahon's top guys, the former brother love could be shown the door. Next up, huge plans for Brock Lesnar scrapped. Speaking of the Vince lawsuit, Brock Lesnar's name continues to come up whenever the lawsuit is discussed, as the complainant mentions a former UFC champion who the Wall Street Journal revealed is Brock Lesnar. Although Lesnar isn't being sued, his mere mention in the lawsuit seems to have made him persona non grata in the WWE. Indeed, there's plenty of speculation that since Bron Breakker took Lesnar's previously planned spot in the Rumble, that Dominic Mysterio would have eliminated Lesnar rather than Breakker, setting things up for a match at Elimination Chamber. That's not all. Wrestling News reports that the WWE was indeed going to book Brock Lesnar vs Gunther at WrestleMania 40. The long-anticipated dream match would have likely been set up during the Royal Rumble. Now the WWE Universe is asking whether Lesnar will return to WWE. While he's still useful to the WWE, it's likely that WWE feels the stigma surrounding his name thanks to the lawsuit against Vince outweighs any benefits he brings to the WWE. It could change over time, but for now, was SummerSlam 2023 the last time we'll see Brock Lesnar in WWE? Is he ever going to return? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, why Hogan didn't wrestle in the Rumble. The WWE Universe got a surprise when Hulk Hogan provided the cold open for the Royal Rumble. However, they didn't see the Hulkster in the match despite him hinting at entering the Rumble. According to Fightful, Hulk Hogan teased about being in the Royal Rumble several times. However, Fightful noted WWE officials joked that he would not clear a physical for WWE. The Hulkster's hope to end his wrestling career with a match in the WWE continues, but given the many surgeries Hogan has had and his mobility, is it realistic to expect him to come back? Next up, WrestleMania 40 lineup taking shape. It's time for the latest on WrestleMania 40 as a new report suggests the show's lineup is taking shape. According to an update at Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online, fans should expect the following matches: Cody Rhodes vs Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship, CM Punk vs Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, Bayley vs Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship, Becky Lynch vs Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. What do you guys think of this lineup? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Bayley calls out Rhea Ripley. Bayley, who broke Ripley's record for lasting the longest in the Women's Rumble, tweeted, "I beat Rhea Ripley's record now. Now I'm ready to beat her at WrestleMania 40. The Eradicator replied, "Iron Woman match?" Bayley promptly followed up tweeting, "I want to know in that match. It was the first main event on a PLE ever. Let's go." While it's believed that Bayley will wrestle Io Sky, the prospect of a Bayley vs Rhea Ripley Iron Woman match already has some fans looking forward to such a contest. Would you guys like to see that? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, criticism towards Jade Cargill. There is a very controversial opinion from Dave Meltzer and Bryan Alvarez about Jade Cargill's performance at the Royal Rumble. Both industry observers commented about Cargill's Rumble match, with Dave Meltzer stating, "The one thing about Jade Cargill, everybody sold for her and everything like that, but you know, you can see it's AEW Jade Cargill, and I mean, it's like she's not at the level of pretty much anyone else." Bryan Alvarez added that he thinks Cargill needs to go on the road, with Meltzer agreeing. Alvarez added, "I was told that she has a hard time remembering a lot of stuff, and so she needs to get out there and start doing a bunch of matches with veteran WWE women on the road. Get her ready if she's going to make her big WrestleMania debut." And we got to heavily disagree with Meltzer and Alvarez. As we commented in our Royal Rumble recap, Cargill looked like $1 million, and she had a solid effort, even this being her debut WWE match. Now the big difference that they're forgetting is that working in a Rumble and a one-on-one match is completely different. Honestly, we think she did just fine. Next up, TNA champion calls out WWE superstar. A TNA Knockouts champion made a surprise appearance at this year's Women's Rumble match, looking good during the match until she was eliminated by SmackDown superstar Bianca Belair. And now Grace seems to want a match with the EST, and not just anywhere but TNA. Grace tweeted a video of her showdown with Bianca and this message: "Words couldn't do my feelings justice about any of this. Overwhelmed by the love. That being said, this would never happen on my home turf." A social media lit up as fans welcomed the idea of an interpromotional match, either with Bianca Belair working about in TNA or Grace coming to the WWE, perhaps at WrestleMania. Bianca isn't involved in any major program right now, unless she throws down with Jade Cargill as they teased, so it seems like she could find time for this. The only question is whether the WWE would allow this match to happen and whether the company would even entertain the idea of Belair losing. Next up, Pat McAfee reveals he didn't even know he was booked for the Rumble. And Pat McAfee made a surprise appearance to provide color commentary for the Royal Rumble, but that wasn't the only surprise. Apparently McAfee was unaware of the WWE wanting him to compete in the Rumble. The former NFL kicker spoke with the WWE after the Rumble explaining, "All of a sudden, what, 22? I'm in the Royal Rumble? Nobody gave me a heads up about that. I got my cowboy boots on. Michael Cole let me go in there. That was rude of him. I thought we were friends. Then there was this thing in there, 7'3". Okay, you're just looking up to a statue of a being. I see little Bron Breakker go like barking at me. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be in there. Why would I be in here right now? I'm not prepared for this." McAfee didn't last long in the Rumble. In fact, he pulled a Drew Carey by eliminating himself once he saw the size of some of his opponents, in this case Omos and Bron Breakker. And finally, Ludwig Kaiser makes history. And last but not least, congratulations to Ludwig Kaiser for making history at the Royal Rumble. However, what did the Imperium member do to enter the record books? Kaiser revealed in a post-match interview that "Wrote history for myself yesterday. I actually got to write history. I was the first German ever in the Royal Rumble, which is an amazing privilege and honor for me." Congratulations to Kaiser on his latest success. Could this be the start of something big for him in 2024? There you have it, folks. The wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.